Shawn. Let me live now.
No.
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 You team Shawn right now? You team me?
I'm team what's right for women.
What?
Thank you.
Bro, y'all about to make me go get Justin to bring him in here to help me out. Golly. All right.
You don't need his help?
Yes, I do. Apparently, I need somebody help.
For what?
Cause y'all killing me.
For what?
What you mean for what?
Who killing you, bro?
Got me in here with crust in my eyes.
Bro, who's killing you?
Lashes, I don't wipe them off. Brows wiped off.
I just want to know who's killing you.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Who's killing you? Who?
Huh?
Who is killing you?
All the women that done been inside of my studio today killing me. Literally, from 1 o'clock up until now.
Whose fault is that?
What you mean whose fault it is?
Exactly what I said. Whose fault is that?
All right, so this is the prelude. This is what we do. We normally just go through epidemic sound and just go through random sounds until we find something that we like. Then we actually start the show. So that's what I'm doing. That's why you hear the music in your ears. All right. With this crazy girl over here changing her accent. Stuff.
Listen, you are just mad because you can't code switch like me, okay?
What you mean?
That's all that is. You're mad because you
I
can't code
switched.
switch.
What you mean?
Y'all got right.
Man.
Bloop. Kablam.
Got your guest in here.
Oh Lord. Shawn, you ain't gonna let me live on. Golly.
Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote.
You know what? I'm gonna let this one ride. So we go ahead and get this one started. Cause we gotta get Shawn up out of here, like, cause she, God. What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, the Chester Man, back with another episode of the What You Mean podcast. This is our What's New segment where we've dedicated it to mothers for Mother's Day. I am your host, LeCheston.
And I'm your favorite co-host, Kim.
And today we have somebody actually dope with us. The accolades definitely matches the work ethic. And she is a new mom. So we're going to let her tell you about her. And then we're going to get this thing started. So, Shawn, you got the floor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tavia Williams. I go by Shawn for short. I am a family nurse practitioner. I have a concierge urgent care practice. I started a few years ago. I am currently expecting my first child.
Dope.
He will be here in July.
The baby noob.
Leave baby Luke alone. Don't be a hater.
I'm mad because Justin got her boy out the gate, man.
Okay.
Where they do that at? Out the gate?
Over there. That's where.
Whatever. Go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting. You got the floor.
Hopefully he'll be done out the gate. He got what he needed out the gate. Originally from Mobile, Alabama, been in Birmingham about 15 years. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Well, we're definitely glad to have you here and contributing to our Mother's Day segment. And the idea behind the Mother's Day segment was kind of sort of like, I wanted to try to get like maybe a mom from each and every like walk, like, you know what I'm saying, a single mom, you know, a married mom, you know. And then I think when Justin came in, like the first thing he said out the gate, he was like, well, as you know, we're expecting our first child. And I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can get Shawn to come in and kind of sort of just.
Oh, I didn't say I was married, did I? I left that out of my story, didn't I?
Oh, we already know you married. Justin put that stamp on that. We know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we know about that. We know about that. So,
Period.
you know, he came in and made it known, and I couldn't. Again, I'm blown away that he got a boy on the first try. I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. So, I wanted you to kind of sort of come in and, first of all, you know, the first thing I want to know is when you found out. You know what I'm saying? Were you like kind of sort of by yourself? Was it like one of them moments where you was just like in the bathroom looking in the mirror type deal? And then, you know, once you answer that, you know, the people also gonna want to know, how did you end up telling Justin about it? Did you put something together, or did you just come out and be like, hey, bruh, this what it is, folks?
So, how did I know? Thanksgiving. I'm a drinker. I like my alcohol.
Really?
I am a drinker. I'm not ashamed of it. And so Thanksgiving, my mom made me a mimosa, and I took a sip of it, and I didn't drink any more of it. And then the next day, that Friday, I think it was Thursday, that Friday, I was like, I didn't drink any alcohol on Thanksgiving. I really didn't want any alcohol on Thanksgiving. And I got up that Friday morning after Thanksgiving about 7 a.m. and I ate a full plate of Thanksgiving food at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
A full plate. And I was like, this isn't...
No, you're normal.
Yeah. So about 11 o'clock, I was hungry again. So I decided to go to Maple Biscuits.
That's in Mobile?
Over in Homewood.
I ain't never had that. Go ahead.
Stop by the dollar store. Got a couple pregnancy tests.
You was by yourself or you
I
was...
was by myself. He was at home with his family visiting his mom and dad. And
Okay,
home.
okay.
By myself, grabbed the pregnancy test, ordered my food, went into the bathroom at Maple Biscuits and pissed on the stick. Oh, is that appropriate?
Man, yes. We talk on this platform. We grown folks.
Peed on the stick in Maple Biscuit in Homewood while I was waiting on my biscuit to be done.
And it said...
And it was positive. I actually made a video on my phone that eventually I'll release. Yeah, so my first thing was, wow. Yeah, so I took 4.
You took all 4 of the tests?
I took 1 for myself, 1 for the father, 1 for the son. They were all positive.
She said for the father.
They were all positive. Yeah.
All at the Maple place?
No, it's like a couple days in between each.
Okay.
Yeah.
And while all this is going on, you ain't said nothing to the husband?
No, I didn't tell him. He came back the following, I think he came home Saturday, because a friend of mine told me not to tell him. Don't you dare tell him over the phone or on a text message.
Right.
I was like, okay. Well, how you gonna tell him? I'm just gonna tell him. You gotta do something. Do what?
Exactly. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the story.
So
How did you?
It's not me. So she but she encouraged me to make it a memory. So I went to the dollar store and got a onesie.
Okay.
I took the pregnancy test and wrapped it up in a onesie. Mm-hmm. He was on the couch, and I gave him the onesie. He didn't believe it. Initially, I don't think he believed it initially. I think he thought it was a joke. Yeah.
Really?
He thought I'm a joke. He know I play a lot.
Yeah.
So he thought it was a joke. I think 2 months in, he still didn't believe I was really pregnant. He looked at me one day and said, is it the baby or is it fat? Now, he didn't say it in those exact words, and I was just like, really? It was funny.
Damn.
It was funny. But another funny thing is, my first appointment that I made was not OBGYN. Uh-huh. It was counseling.
Counseling?
Really? Yes, I wasn't ready.
What you mean you weren't ready? Y'all newlyweds.
What they got to do with it?
That's when all the hunching really, really take place, don't it? That's what all the movies say. The blissfulness after the marriage. And
Cheston. Do you know what year we met?
I know that.
Like 2008.
But it's like it's the restart button when you get married, don't it? It's like it's...
She's like, no.
I mean, we may have had a little excitement for a little bit.
Okay.
But, I mean, it still wasn't like...
Because y'all wedding was bonkers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, stupid bonkers. Like...
Yeah.
Like, I need to go somewhere else so I can see somebody top that. And I don't think I'm going to see it happen anytime soon.
Yeah, that was all dear Griffin.
Oh, do tell. I want to know.
So after all of that, I'm like, I know it ain't just, yeah, we going home and lay in the bed and chill. Like, I get it maybe the first day or so because y'all trying to just...
recuperate.
Yeah, because y'all... Literally, like, Justin is like one of the most subtlest people to me. Like, from just looking at him, like, every now and then you might get a smile, you might get a frown. Like, you're going to get the same look. Dude was turned up with you the whole wedding. He was dancing, he was doing the Mardi Gras thing, he was shaking, he was shimmying. The whole time it was going on, like, bro was on his feet. So I can see y'all getting y'all rest afterwards. But it's kind of sort of like I just feel personally I feel like if I ever get the opportunity to get married, however long I've been dating them, like I think the reset button just gonna get hit as far as that portion of the relationship goes.
I can see that. I can see
So,
that.
but I'm like really happy for y'all. Like I see y'all really being like some dope ass parents, man. It's like it's when it comes to Ashley and Greg, like I was telling him about them, like I really feel like some of the stuff that you see people saying about Greg finding properties, renovating them, getting ready to go, and then the wife selling them, and people talking about them being a power couple and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I see when I see y'all. When I see you doing your own practices, operating your own way, and then I see Justin coming and crossing every T and dotting every I. And when he was taking me through my process of buying my home, and he was like, "Bro, I'm about leaving a legacy, bro. Like I want to have something," and he's incorporated you in every step of that way, and you've been I see that. So I envy it in a way, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, like, okay, cool. Yeah, and I think I envy because I'm a sick man here, he a Catholic,
Oh my
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man.
been a
Them
long time.
niggas think they all that, you know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying?
But look, Justin, you envy it, but just know, we didn't get there overnight. We've been dating. I met him at 19. I was 22.
You older than Justin?
Yeah. Did he not tell you that story? He
No.
changed me, look, Justin.
For real?
Oh yeah, I had told him he was too young. I was mature for my age.
Okay.
So I knew that I wanted somebody older who was more established, who I didn't have to wait on to get to where I was.
Right.
And I knew that young. I'm like, okay, this person needs to already have a job. I already be here. I already have a career. I already have this. Because anybody younger than me, it's gonna be a process.
Right.
And it was a process.
But that boy shining now, though.
It took him a minute, but he wore me down.
Man, look, that nigga shining now. Like, he shining now.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up. So we talked about, you, and you know what, doing these segments, I'll start to talk, and I'm hyped because I know y'all, so I want to talk a lot. So I had to bud out so that my co-host can come in and add questions and comments as you want to. So this is one of the moments I'm going to be quiet for a second and let you kind of sort of, because I heard you ask about the wedding and you wanted to hear about it. So
Because I want to know, because y'all were hype, right? Yeah.
Bruh.
What about the wedding? Like, that's not...
Look, they had to use a sword to cut their cake.
Yeah.
That's how big it was.
Well, damn.
Like the swords the pirate has in the movie, that's what they used to cut their cake.
Well, y'all have y'all anniversary wedding. Let me get an invite.
Y'all gonna do a do-over, Justin? Y'all gonna do a do-over?
No, that was the one that's in a lifetime.
Like one and done.
That's it.
So you were not expecting to be pregnant at all?
No. Not that I wasn't expecting to be pregnant at all. I had just taken my birth control out a month prior. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I got a good 6 months before anything happens.
Right.
And I kept pushing it off. Like, I knew we've been dating for quite a long time, and I knew that I'm approaching 40s on top of age and health issues. I knew that it had to happen soon, and I kept pushing it off. So I think it happened when it was supposed to happen. I just wasn't expecting it
To be
so
now.
soon after my birth control. It just came a little quicker, and I hadn't got
The
my
fuck got
mind
them
wrapped
swimmers.
around it. You feel me?
The fuck got those swimmers. They came in
Him
there
and Jesus
with Tech
hit-
9, boy.
I think him and Jesus was working together. They got me.
Like, damn, we can make this happen.
Okay, so we found out at the restaurant. We held off. Then we did the onesie, and we handed it to him. He didn't believe you, and a couple months passed, and he started looking at you different. Like, okay, it might be going on, or because some weight coming on. So now that you both are starting to like process it, like I told you this platform for Mother's Day is kind of sort of like for the one question that I want to kind of sort of move into now is like, as the baby has started growing inside of you, like what kind of new joy has that gave for you? Like has Justin started to love on you a little bit more with knowing that the little one is there? Like what positive change has came with the fact that it's a complete surprise, like just caught you by storm?
I am going to be truthful. I'm going to be 100% truthful with you. That overly joyous, I'm pregnant, I'm having a baby person, wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
Oh no,
That's
I'm just
a
gonna
real
be
thing.
truthful.
Yeah.
It was not. I felt overwhelmed.
Got you.
Yeah, I was.
Is
like,
that why you said you can't start? That's why you went to counseling as soon as you found out?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I just started a company. I'm trying to build it. It hasn't gotten to where I want it to be.
Right.
There are still things in life I want to do.
Right.
It's like, oh, and here we go with a person I have to take care of.
They call them little people.
On top of, I have some childhood stuff that
You're still working through.
well, not that I'm working through it. It's just that I have to grow up a little faster than others.
Yeah.
So it's like I've always been taking care of people, and
Right.
it's like here we go, another person to take care of.
Right.
Before
Right.
I even gotten to the point to where I feel in my adulthood where I want it to be.
Got
If
you.
that makes sense.
Got you.
I feel like that's a real thing a lot of people don't talk about with pregnancy. You know, because I know even like my mom has told me like she did not want kids,
Yeah.
like at all. So when I came along, it was like, oh, I'm pregnant.
I mean, I heard that for the first time. You know,
Yeah.
I told you the other day when I think I was doing a after hour session, and it was actually a dancer that was in here, and she sat here and told me, and she was 33, 34,
Yeah.
and she straight out told me, she was like, yeah, I don't want children.
I did
like,
not.
Period.
My husband wants kids. I did not. I did not.
That's a real
I'm
thing.
having kids from my husband. I could have done honestly, without kids. Do I think I probably would have regretted that later in life, like in my 60s? Once I was older, probably. But I honestly could have done without kids.
I don't know.
Sadly.
I think when the baby get here, I think it's gonna cause a shift.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. It definitely is going to be it's going to be different. No doubt.
So who gonna cry first when the baby come out? You think it's gonna be you? And I ain't talking about because of the pain. Who you think gonna be crying first, you or Justin? Cause I told you, Justin give you that face like
Probably me. I'd probably be the crybaby, probably.
you gonna be the crybaby.
Yeah, probably be me.
Have y'all decided on a name yet?
No, he's still working on it. We got a list going, so I'm just waiting on him.
So y'all tag teaming it to figure out, what y'all gonna do, or he gonna choose?
He's gonna choose. I just started a list just to help him out, but he totally has all control over what he names his boy.
That's what's up, man. So what preparations have you guys been making so far?
So, house preparations. Because we were living in one of our investment properties now, and it's an older home with smaller closets. So we're just trying to get things organized, We getting rid of a lot of stuff, just figuring out storage and space and, visiting daycares and finding a pediatrician and doing baby classes, and I'm reading a book and just,
Yeah. So the baby classes from the movies, that's real.
The Lamaze class?
That's what they call.
Yes.
So those are real.
Yes.
the classes, yeah.
You're like, okay. I just wanted to ask because I've only seen them on movies.
We have a baby's basic 101 coming up this Wednesday for 2 hours.
Baby CPR.
Yeah, he needs all that stuff with the kids. Like, he's never held, he's probably held an infant, but he doesn't know anything about it.
I just can't wait to see the emotional side of him. Like, because I'm telling you, like, you thought I was playing when it's Justin. You see this? That's just Justin. That's what
He's
you're going to
strong
get.
face.
Like,
Yeah.
it's very seldom, like, you're going to see
So he shocked you at the
anything.
wedding. You were just,
Yes,
you
I
didn't
was
know
blue.
He could have,
I was like, look at this nigga. This nigga sliding. He got the shoulders going. I was like, look at this nigga.
You've never seen
And look,
him.
you know how the noops is when they come through the party, right? And they scan. Noops scan with their eyes. And when they lock eyes with who they want to lock eyes with, they stop. When they throw the yo up, they point it at who they're looking at. Go look at any stroll video and you can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can see him operating. I was like, look at him. I was like, no. And then I seen Lil Greg, little short ass behind him. Look at Greg. I was like,
You
okay.
never seen him like that.
No,
Yeah.
I've never seen. Like, you got to realize, when I seen Justin, I see him in church. If I ain't seen him in church, it's because he done got me a gig and we're still somewhere in a professional setting. So he's composing
He's
himself
always
in
put
that manner. Like, I've never seen him just like let his hair down and have fun. And then it was just like, when I seen you, it was almost like you was the princess for the night. So I think he was kind of like over it after a while. He was like ready to start telling people to get away from you because everybody want to take pictures and this. Because every time I seen you, somebody was like, I was like, yeah, she look like she kind of fed up, bro. Like,
It's overwhelming after a while.
but I've never been to a wedding that the bar was open for free cocktails before. It was open afterwards. And a food truck outside after they had fed everybody at the reception for you to get you a to-go plate as you was leaving.
Don't forget you ate at the cocktail hour too. So you ate at cocktail hour, you ate at the reception, then you got a plate to go home after you finish partying. Don't forget.
I've never seen that. I'm telling you.
Now, all of this is not my doing. This is Derek Griffin, Amore Events, Mobile, Alabama. This planning is him. He is all about the experience, and
it was definitely that. It was definitely that.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like, and I was so mad, bro, because Justin called me and gave me an opportunity. He was like, hey, we want you to come and do the live streaming, man. I was like, all right, cool. We worked it out. I'm telling you, every dime he sent me, I spent double that getting ready for y'all live stream to make sure that it can be done with no blemishes, no spots. Man, we get down there, I get a text message, and Justin tell me, hey, it's not going to be outside because it's weather. We going to a church. I'm like, okay, cool. I had got down there like an hour and a half early so I can get everything set up. We going to church, bro. No internet.
What?
No internet, bro.
Ghetto.
Bro, I done went and bought a whole little box thing from AT&T, got some stuff to hook it up to boost the signal, make it go. The whole nine, bro. I'm like sitting in the back looking like this, like, what I'm gonna tell these folks? Like, I didn't know what to do, bro.
But it may have been meant to be, because you weren't coming to the reception, right?
Well, I told Justin, because I didn't want to bombard y'all with no issues. Like, it was y'all day, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I seen Greg, I was like, what Justin? He was like, he came out of sanctuary. I said, do me a favor. No, he was like in his room over here. So I went in, I told Justin, everybody had already cleared out. I closed the door. I said, bro, I gotta tell you something. I don't want you to be mad at me, man. And I really didn't want him to ask for the money back because I had spent that plus some more to get ready for the whole shebang. So I was like, I wasn't able to film for real in here. I wasn't able to stream it. He was like, what happened? I was like, there was no internet connection. There was no signal whatsoever inside of here. And he was like, that's not your fault, bro. Yeah. He was like, that's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but I tell you what, let me come to the reception and string your reception for you since I wasn't able to do the wedding. And he was like, you don't have to do that. I was like, bro, it's going to make me feel better. Let me do it. He said, all right. Came to the reception. Shit, they treated me just like I was a kid. I got to eat. I got to drink. I had an extra person to make them wrong with the camera so I could sit over there on the switcher and hit the buttons. While they was working around the room, we set up a couple cameras and we streamed it. And we had some interruptions during the streaming. But you know what? All of the people that watched it, that we went to church with, they didn't see none of that. They didn't see none of the interruptions in the streaming, bro. So when they told me about it, they was like, yeah, we didn't see no problems. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, bullshit. Like, every time it stopped and it was not acting right, I seen it on the screen, you know what I'm saying? Because the people who run the software that we use, they were calling me. Like, because whenever you go live on their platform, you have a person that's assigned to make sure you're okay.
Right.
So when my guy called me when we first started the church, he says, what's up with your internet connection? That's why it's not working. And I was like, I'm trying. He was telling me all this little different stuff to do. I'm trying to do all this stuff to get it. Because it's a wedding. It's not like some BS, you know what I'm saying? It's a wedding. You're going to do it one time, you know what I'm saying? It need to be perfect. And I just want it to be perfect because of who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so, but to add to the question you asked about the wedding and how Justin was at, everything was just, like, I've never seen anything like that. And I've been to a lot of weddings. And I'm waiting to see who's going to top that. And they just going to have to be some folk with some bread. Because they ain't got no bread. They going to be able to do it. No, I'm just being honest. I'm keeping it a buck, bro. You ain't finna pull that off with a $20,000 budget. You're not doing it. Like, your dress was probably 20 G's. I'm keeping it real. Like, you not finna spend 20 G's and pull out what they done. Like, I'm telling you, like, literally, the cake had its own platform and it was in the scaffold. Like, the cake was as tall as me, just put it that way, and it was off the floor.
So the baby shower.
Yeah, let's talk about the baby shower. What's going on with that? Yeah, tell Justin to break the mic on open again.
Baby shower.
Oh, Jesus.
What you doing for the baby shower? We got plans for that so far?
Or have we already had it?
No, it's June 11th.
Okay.
Mobile?
No, it's here.
Okay.
It is here. We are in the midst of planning it now. It's a sensitive topic with my husband.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just one of those people.
Yeah.
If we don't need to talk about it, we ain't got to talk about it because I don't want y'all getting in the truck.
There's no in between for me.
Okay.
Either I don't do it,
Or you
or you do it.
Right. And when you do it, it's level 10.
Yeah.
See, listen.
I mean, the
Why not?
alternate thing was a drive-by shower, which is fine. We
Drive
could've
by
sat-
and drop it stuff
We
off.
could have sat in the yard with our lawn chairs, and they could have paraded through and dropped the gifts off. That was the
That's
alternative.
dope. That's dope. That's
It was
dope.
free.
Easy.
I'm not a traditional person. So the traditional sit down for 2 hours and play games and chat. It's just not. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I just like to have fun. That's not fun to me.
Yeah.
Right.
So he would have preferred that because it would have been cheaper.
And
Just to
simple.
rent the community center and have the people come there. You play the games and you laugh and you open the gifts and you show them and you take the pictures. Not cheaper, but that just ain't how I. It's just not fun.
It's not the Shawn experience.
It is not. Therefore, the same person who planned the wedding is planning the shower.
Oh, man.
Which we are family. Please understand that we are family. The planner is we're family. We grew up together, so
So how
the things
extravagant
that
is
we
going to be?
get are not what we get is a little different than what
The normal consumer would get.
right.
Gotcha.
So just understand that.
Kind of sort of like Jessica called me and tell me what's going on and be like, hey, it's this and I need you to do this. And it's probably going to get done just because of who he is and what he's done for me. Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
So what are you looking forward to the most going into your new motherhood journey?
What am I looking forward to the most? You know, I am looking in just a reflection of my husband. I'm actually looking forward to the unconditional love from a child.
I see it too.
Yeah, like the hugs and the kisses and
Yeah.
the doesn't matter what you do, and I think I'm looking.
And I used to always think he was mean when I first started seeing you at Great New High. But look,
A lot of people think I'm mean.
she was just
A
like
lot of
him.
people
You,
think-
you need this look, just a straight look.
Yeah.
That's what you would get from them when they was at church, bro. She wasn't really that person that was gonna bump around and talk to everybody and do. She don't go to church, get the word, and they gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like,
A lot of
I used to look from far, like,
people
yeah,
think-
Justin don't let it mean as hell, bro. Like,
Why does she gotta be?
And people still think
It
that. People
just-
still think that and say that with that. They think that I control him and that I'm. People think that I'm just this beast girl. They think I'm a beast.
Listen.
They think I'm a beast. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I've done to people.
I think it's funny that you
You're
said
bothered by your
people think that you control Justin, bro. That is funny,
People
man.
think that.
No,
I think y'all compliment each other for real. I guess people gonna automatically think that from the outside judging in too, because I think y'all compliment each other. To be honest, like I think y'all from what the little bit that I've been exposed to, I think y'all both are definitely headstrong in what y'all want. And I think instead of it colliding and causing issues, y'all understand how to make the compromise go, because you ain't going nowhere, I ain't going nowhere. So what we need to do to make it work out, because and I think that's kind of sort of like that's just what makes y'all. Because I mean, to be honest, bro, Justin was probably the first person to give me probably some of the most solid advice I could have got when I got engaged to Charnicia when it was at Great North Heights.
Okay.
And he was just one day after church, he was like, bruh, you just got to get your mind right on what you want. He was like, you can't do what nobody else wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I always thought that y'all personally would have been married way sooner than when y'all got married. You know what I'm saying? But Justin helped me to understand, like, as a man, like, you just have to make sure that you're in the right place when you get ready to do that, because you don't want to do it just because somebody say is the time that you're supposed to do it or this or that or whatever the case may be. Like, it essentially for a man, like, the stars need to be aligned if I'm finna ask you to be my wife, so that there is no imperfection and there is no failures, there is no this, there is no doubts. And that was like the first piece of advice like he gave me, like, because I don't think nobody really knew, like me and Charnicia got engaged, and we got engaged and we were taking the steps we wanted to take. We were just put in a different situation by other people, and that's how we ended up getting married as fast as we did. Like, our intention was never to get married as fast as we did. Me and her, that wasn't our plan. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just saying all that to know that, like I said, I think y'all are solid, bro. And because of that, I brought that mean up for a reason, because I think that's how you're gonna be towards your child. Like I think you're gonna be that soccer mom on the sideline, and when one of them children bump your kid too hard, it's just gonna be the one grabbing you like, sit down, it's okay. That's how it go. Like that's what I see you being, even though it was like I wasn't really expecting to get pregnant, you know what I'm saying? And this is how my pregnancy is really going. But I think once my child actually gets here, this is probably what the shift is actually gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what colors are y'all decorating the room?
So
Don't say red.
we're not doing that traditional baby room because, again, we're in a rental property, not in one of our investment properties.
Okay.
So I'm not going out and doing that. We're not going to do that whole baby room stuff. We're going to get the essential stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, once we get into our next home, then, it'll be a child's room. But right now, we're going to do like a pack and play. We can move around the house, and a bassinet, we can move around the house. And I'm happy with that. That baby room stuff is for the parents anyway. It's just a show on IG.
We just got through talking. Go ahead.
Just for the show.
Listen, how are you with like people? Because I know I've heard this from several friends of mine, with people trying to touch your bump.
It hasn't bothered me.
Really?
It hasn't.
I would be bothered.
And some people will ask before they do it. Some people will ask. People who are close to me won't, but people who are not as close will say, "Do you mind?"
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't really
bothered you. I'd be like, "Don't touch me." But that's just me, like as a whole. I'm like, why are you touching me?
I'm a touchy person too.
See, I'm not.
Yeah, even with my patients, like I'm a touch, emotional, a touch, like comfort, touch type person. Mm-hmm. So
that makes sense.
So she did. I'm sorry about that. That was
fired.
Yeah. Anyway, did she say that she like or don't like people touching her stuff?
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Got you.
Because for some people, like it's
how Justin feel about it when he like standing next to you and somebody want to touch his stomach?
I don't know.
Because if I don't want everybody touching on my woman's stomach, move out the way. Just like I don't want everybody holding my child when I get a baby. Like everybody don't. Well, my baby not finna be going from arm to arm, and it's just a personal purpose. That's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just, and you a whole nurse/doctor with the credentials, whatever. So you already know how that is when German. Yeah, like it's just a whole nother thing. Like
I can get that.
And I got it from my older frat brother because he got somebody pregnant while we was in college, and of course they stayed in school, finished school. Thank God for that, and they kind of sort of did what they needed to do for their baby, but. Man, this one girl that had a kid when we left, she would bring her baby into the student center, and everybody that knew her baby would be going from arm to arm to arm to arm to arm. Mm-hmm. And my frat brother was in there one day like, when my girl come here, she already know. Like, if I walk through here, my baby don't need to be being held by nobody, bro. Like, point blank, period. So, I mean, it's to the discretion of the parents, you know what I'm saying? But I know what you being who you is, like,
it's not going
to that ain't happening either. Like, baby not going from arm to arm to arm. So I think, let's see, we talked about, you know what I'm saying, how we got here and, some of your expectations. And this is kind of a funny question. What kind of music do you allow the baby to listen to? Or do you allow the baby to listen to any music at all? And these are questions that I'm getting from movies because I've seen
you saying
moms
like now, or are you saying like when
while the baby's inside your stomach?
Yeah. Oh, we do it all.
Oh, for real?
Oh,
so the baby ain't gonna come out talking about Nucky you buck, is it?
I love
so
it.
she ain't told you, but she a Delta. She a Delta. So I was like,
I was just washing dishes and mopping and missed the bed.
No.
Yes.
I love it. Yes.
My other partner got his wives. They still go to the gym every day like this woman is not pregnant, bruh.
Which is healthy.
That's what he keeps saying on all the videos because all the people keep saying something about why she working out, and he was like, the doctors have said it's healthy for the baby.
It is better, especially for Black women who are more predisposed to having complications during pregnancy. You need to work out. You need to exercise. And if you were doing a normal routine before pregnancy, you continue that normal routine unless it's something strenuous like, what's the stuff the white folks do? The crazy stuff when you're jumping over stuff and moving the tires.
CrossFit?
Yeah, unless it's something like that.
Yeah.
No. But, you can do what you were doing prior to pregnancy.
Like cardio.
Yes,
weight,
yes. I even broke out in a few runs. He didn't like it, but I done ran a little bit.
King status.
Why you looking like that?
King status. Sit down. She waiting to see what I'm gonna say. That's why she looking like that. She waiting to see what this Negro finna say. Because I know he's finna say something. She did. Like, nah, it's king stuff, you know. You just sit down. Well, you gonna be okay, Queen. I got you what you need. Don't you ain't gotta be extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his first baby. Like, it means something to us. Like, like when I heard the first heartbeat of my unfortunate miscarriage child, like, bro, I was teary-eyed and what you call it, the OB, whatever you call the doctor that was in there. I was in there like, I was trying to hold it together, like, bruh, like, I was stuck. Like, so I get why he would. Naturally, he already in protector mode. Like, yeah, don't be trying to be too extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just want you to be okay. We want the baby to be okay.
But it's good for her though. You know, and it's good for her self-care because she still got to take care of herself.
Sometimes women don't always know what's best for them, so we have to tell y'all.
Oh, no, you did not.
Yeah,
no, you did not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to
There's not even a way to even address that.
What you mean? Sometimes we just have to tell y'all what's best for y'all. Sometimes.
Like, we don't have a brain for ourselves?
I didn't say you did it.
So can you give me an example?
Right.
No, because that ain't what this podcast is about. You had to come back and we talk about that one later. So no. So when we get ready to talk about that specific thing, we're gonna put that a note right there. But when we talk about that, we're gonna bring Justin in. Or like when we bring the other two couple back in, you know what I'm saying? We're bringing you gonna just back in, then we can talk about that. Because I be needing a little bit of help I don't even think I dug myself no hole for the people at home. I don't think I dug myself no hole.
Your mouth is gonna write a check.
What you mean? So you've never had a man that just made a strong suggestion on something that you may have wanted to do, and then he was just like, no.
I mean, he does. For instance, I still work in the emergency room at UAB, so I still work there a few times a month.
Right.
And recently, I was looking to try to pick up a few more days, just because I like to keep my skills up. ER skills versus what I do in my practice is more urgent care type stuff versus the emergency room. He's
gotcha.
Like, no, and he was like, no, I don't think you need to do that.
See what I'm saying? It's not. I didn't mean it in a drill sergeant type way. Like it's a dictatorship. Like I'm telling you what to do 24/7 all the time. But it's kind of sort of like the TikTok I seen a couple days ago when old girl was trying to do something. He was like, "No, you're not finna do that while I'm talking to you. You sit down while I talk to you." And it was a positive thing. It was like she was like.
Okay.
I sat down like I can't believe he said that to me like that. So she sat down to hear what her man had to say. It wasn't nothing bad. It's just like sometimes we just figure that we may know in a specific instance that what might be better for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you're wording it right, but I get what you're saying. I'm gonna let you have a little leeway, but I just don't think that you're wording it correctly.
Because I was ready to pounce. Like, who you talking to?
What you mean?
I don't.
What are you talking about? Like, whoa, hold up. I'm like, okay.
Well, man, look, man. So I appreciate you sliding through, man. I wishing nothing but continued success with everything that you and Justin have when it comes to the entrepreneur roles, the markets that you guys are in, and what you do and how you move. And again, from me, from the bottom of my soul, bro, congratulations. I know y'all gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see what y'all genes and DNA is putting together that, like, yeah, that's gonna be, it's kind of sort of like mixing. Don't say baby Newt no more. I done said it like 3 times just so we can put it out there and leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
But I was thinking more like a Q, but we can go with it.
Let that man be great.
Justin, I know you got the. Oh, okay. I'm about to say because I know he got no good headphones on. So, like, we ain't writing no checks for that.
Let Baby Williams be great. Okay.
Baby Williams gonna be great. That's actually. You know how some people have children and you don't worry about their children. Mm-hmm. That's like one of them children ain't gonna be worried about.
Like, so sweet,
because they they also, when I had like my own little ministry that I was just off doing my own thing, like, you know, so Justin is from Burnt Corn.
Yeah.
So Burnt Corn is like on the county line as far as Connecticut County and Monroe County go. They get the wise choice of deciding what school they want to go to. So that's why I didn't know Justin until I moved to Birmingham.
Yeah.
And literally, Justin probably stayed 15 minutes from where I stayed at in town, if that. You know what I'm saying? But he went to Monroeville. And at the end of the day, it's kind of sort of like,
What does that mean? Your words are empty. Use them.
I can't. I gotta leave it alone. I gotta leave it alone.
Why?
Just cause. Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And this is your camera right here.
Oh Lord, why did you done this the whole time?
What?
You didn't tell me this from the start. Like you didn't tell me to put on makeup. You didn't tell me to comb my hair. You
Don't
said
have combs, son.
Podcast doesn't mean people see you. It's audio. You got 12 cameras. And you don't even tell me which one pointing at me. I'm over here making faces.
That's good. That's good for the YouTube channel.
You are fired.
Why I got to be listen for all of y'all that for future guests that maybe listen to this podcast, I am going to change the contract that you get sent that is a podcast release form to basically say that I'm able to air the episode on our YouTube and on our podcast platform. I'm going to make sure I reiterate I'll make sure that I put in there for future guests. If you are a woman and you coming on the platform, yeah, go get your hair done. Get your makeup done. Put your lashes on if that's what you want to do.
I got you, sis.
And don't come in here with your Ugg boots on because we going to take pictures too. All right? So, I'm sorry. Shawn is phenomenal. If you want to see what Shawn look like, you can go to her social media and see that she's well put together. You know what I'm saying? I called her slipping. I'm sorry. But I'm blaming Justin. I'm blaming her husband.
We just blaming you.
I'm going to blame the noob. I'm gonna blame the noob.
He let me come out the house like this.
No, it ain't about you coming out the house like that. But he knew the setting.
But y'all
so
know
I'm just
what's
trying to
best
get
for
some of the
us,
pressure off me, Justin. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get some of the pressure off me because the pressure been on me since
But
y'all
you know
walked
what's
through the
best.
door.
But y'all know what's best for us, though.
What you mean? First off, he was being a man. He just wanted you to be comfortable. If he thought that you looked bad, he would have told you look bad.
She don't look bad.
At all. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What y'all talking about?
But it's not my best.
Oh my God.
It's not my best.
I
You're
can't
putting me
win.
on the internet.
Look, man, before we get up out of this place, man, we just want to thank you so much, Shawn, for coming, man. Can you look at your camera and let the people know what's your name, what you do, where you come from, as far as like you mentioned your emergency stuff and maybe other little things that included in your service that you can offer people. And just make sure you plug yourself in real quick.
All right, guys. My name is Shawn Williams. I am a nurse practitioner. I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama. I reside now for the past 15 years in Birmingham, Alabama. You can find me on IG at ECURE_NP. So it's ECURE_NP. I own a concierge urgent care clinic. So basically, it's concierge medicine. You don't have to have insurance. It's affordable. It's easy. It's convenient. Wow. There's no long waiting rooms. There are no expensive bills. We can treat most things that are treated in the urgent care. So holler at me.
That's what's up, man. So there you got it, man. So if you're looking for somebody to take care of you and know what they talking about, look, I done had some issues. And I didn't call like, look, this is what's going on. Can you help me? And she has been a friend to tell me, well, this is what you need to do. So if you need somebody to help you out, make sure you hit her up. Make sure you go follow her. Make sure you support the business. If you have been one of the people that actually came to her clinic already and worked with her, and you ain't left no type of reviews for her to help boost her, you need to go and do that like right now. Like the reviews and all that good stuff matter for us and what we do in all our respective fields, man. So again, to you, thank you so much for coming, man. This has been another episode of the What You Mean podcast, our What's New segment where we're dedicating it to our mothers and mothers to be in the month of May, man. I'm your boy, Cheston.
And I'm your co-host, Kim.
Until next time, man, y'all be good and stay safe, man. Peace.